Well, joining me now for more on the impact of the elections in Mali is Nii Akuetteh. He's a member of the Transafrica Forum Scholars Council. Nii, thanks for joining us.
Pleasure.
Well, as we've been reporting, Mali has been through about a year and a half of turmoil. There's been a revolt, an insurgency, a coup. There's been the French intervention. So what's at stake in this election?
Oh, everything. Because of course you need leadership. You need people with authority who can actually work on all the many problems that Malians have. So many people are IDPs, internally displaced people. They are refugees in other countries. The army is shattered. There's little trust. And it's been very clear that Malians want someone that they selected to get the job done. The other point is that the international community also wants to help, but they have a condition. They have pledged $4 billion with a B, US dollars, to help Mali, but they are saying we'll only put it in the hands of an elected leader and his government. So everything is riding on these elections in Mali.
Right, so that $4 billion is contingent on there being a democratic election. That's only when it'll be released.
That's right, that's correct.
Now, the prediction is that the former Prime Minister Ibrahim Boubacar Keïta will easily win this runoff election. He's facing the former Finance Minister, Soumaïla Cissé. Now, Boubacar Keïta got 40% in the first round. He now has the endorsement of all the other candidates. Do you see it going that way as well?
It's a great question. Yes, on the surface of it, and if you force me to say, okay, who I think will win, I'll say yes, Mr. Keïta, but there is a big but. Number one, elections are quite unpredictable. Number two, in the neighborhood, Côte d'Ivoire and Guinea-Conakry, they both had similar elections. The first round, the leader in the first round actually lost in the second round. In Guinea, Alpha Condé was second, and he's now the president. In Côte d'Ivoire, Alassane Ouattara was the second, and he won the runoff, and he plunged the country into civil war. So I really think people should keep that in mind. But having said all that, it looks like Mr. Keïta has managed to win and make alliances with all the other 27 people who run. So he seems to have gotten most of their shares. So I would expect him to win, but I will not be surprised if we get an upset.
Right, so, and the results are not going to be expected for at least another few days.
That's correct.
I think they expect it to come out on Friday. But whoever the winner is, he will face some pretty formidable challenges.
Absolutely.
Shattered economy, the Tuareg separatist movement in the far north. So how does the leader prioritize what he's going to do?
I think, to my mind, I think getting the goodwill of the international community is important, but also reconciliation. I mean, getting the different segments of a very divided Mali to say, okay, we have a leader who is going to deal fairly with every segment of the community. I think somebody who is seen as parochial or only for his own people, that would be disastrous. Now, Mr. Keïta is from the south, the more popular south. Mr. Cissé was born near Timbuktu. So there is a north-south divide in their background. So it seems to me reaching out to the north, especially if Mr. Keïta wins, that will be very important. But he must be seen as an honest broker who is willing to bring everybody under the tent and who wants to be president of all Malians.
Okay, Nii Akuetteh, thanks for joining us.
It's a pleasure. Thanks for having me.